Welcome. I'm David.
I'm Lindsay.
That's it.
It's Desmonds, Donders.
Lindsay's decided this time she's not going into the cairn, at least this one, because it's wet and horrible. And we have had a bit of rain and it's dark, dank and muddy inside. We're at Camster at the Great Cairns, and it's a little bit windy, a little bit exposed, so a quick look round and then we're going to move away from here, just down the road a little bit to where it's hopefully a bit more protected, and if not, we'll have to find somewhere else. We moved on to Cairns and we're parked at what we would used to have called Camster Forest, about 3/4 of a mile down the road. A bit more sheltered, and which is always useful in Cairns where there's not a lot else to stop the wind but the trees. But a lot of the trees have gone missing. This car park, it's just a small car park, and it used to be surrounded by trees, very secluded, not far off the road, and if something passes you'll see or hear it, and Now most of the trees have gone, and you can't get to the secondary car park. There's a gate to stop vehicles going up it. But we're here, it's pleasant, the sun's out, it's still windy, but let's take a look round. It's the gate in. Trees the far side of the fence. But then the devastation. This used to be trees right up to the edge of the road. Obviously gone off to be the cash crop. This is looking the other way. Again you can see trees, but the trees once again came up nearly to the edge of the car park. It was surrounded by trees, close up, last time we were here. Now, the car park is fairly exposed, but it's sheltered by the trees which are further away, thankfully. Camster grey cairns. The long cairn. The long cairn at Camster is a spectacular monument nearly 60 metres long and 20 metres wide. It has been reconstructed in modern times, but was probably originally built in the early 4th millennium BC. It has a curved forecourt at each end. The northeastern forecourt is defined by a low platform and short stepped horns. Unusually, it does not frame an entrance door. The cairn has a long history of exploration, and prior to the first excavations in 1865 it had a very different profile. 2 burial chambers were found in the cairn. Both had originally formed part of separate round cairns entered by cramped passengers. Later it seemed they were incorporated into a single long cairn we see today, though nobody is sure why. The development of the cairn, its original appearance, are still disputed. The round cairn. The round cairn is significantly smaller than the long cairn, about 18 metres in diameter and 4 metres tall. It's similar in shape and size to the round cairns that were incorporated into the long cairn, but is unlikely to be of a similar age. It has not been subject to the same degree of exploration. The cairn features curving forecourts, cramped passages, and is spacious inside. There are corbelled walls supporting the cairn roof. Excavation in the 1800s found burnt human remains, flint tools and pottery. Its passage had been deliberately blocked, and inside 2 skeletons were found, apparently placed in a sitting position.
Hello and welcome to our August holiday. This is Sunday the 20th of August. Sorry it's a bit windy, but it's not as bad as it was yesterday. But the wind's keeping the midges down. We're at Camster Forest in Cairns. Sorry, huff puff. David thinks the last time we were here all the trees were still here. I can't remember. But then I can't remember what happened last week, let alone 3 years ago. So he said there's a couple of lochans and I should be able to catch, we'll hopefully see dragonflies, but I can't get at them without going through tall grass and goodness knows what else. And the ground's a bit boggy, so I'll pass. I'll stick to this path. This path apparently goes to the Hill of Many Stains. And no, we're not going that far because it's over 7.5 kilometres away. I can't convert kilometres to miles, but I think it's more than I'm willing to do, especially as I don't have anything with me. So we were going to stay at the park up beside the Great Cairns of Camster, but the wind was wild yesterday and I wasn't that keen, so we came in here, and crazily the wind was still going, but because of the trees next to us we were fine. It wasn't as bad. Sorry, I keep stopping because I see things moving and I have no idea what it is. Our first night we were at Kilderry Loch, and I decided to walk round it that night because the light was good and I wanted to take pictures with the light on the water. I'm glad I did because it rained most of the night, so I think it would have been a bit more muddy and slippy if I'd done it on Saturday morning. So it wasn't far driving wise to here from where we were at. We went past the park up for the Cairns and went up to the wind farm. As David says, that was one of our backups. As you can see, or maybe not, I might zoom in a bit. They are everywhere. At the moment we have sunshine and a breeze, and the breeze is keeping the midges down. Unfortunately I can't say the same for the Clegs. And yesterday David found it was a geocache not far from the park up, so I went looking for it. I thought I found it, but I couldn't get the lid off, it was too rusty. So I explained on the geocache site that I put it down as did not find because I couldn't get the lid off, and David got an email from the owner who very kindly said, no, you can take that one, we'll go sort it as soon as possible. So I'm quite chuffed with it. Unfortunately the waterfall wasn't up to much because there's not a lot of water in it. Hey, a waterfall's a waterfall. I'll take it. I'm not sure how much of this you'll get because obviously the wind's blowing, and David says I somehow managed to muffle the mic. No idea how. But there's one of the lochings I think he was talking about. Sorry, the sun's shining straight in the screen, so I have no idea what you're actually. Ooh, dragonfly! Yay! That's my first one. No idea what it was, but I'll take it. I'm not sure if the camera picked it up. I do hope so. There we go. How's that for a view? Oh, now then, how far down do you go? What do you think? So here we go, still going up, see what we can see, and then I'll get fed up, I'll turn around and go back again. Like I said, we've got a bit of a breeze, the sun is shining, hello bee, and there are a couple of young buzzards flying around squawking that they want fed, but I think they're of an age where they should be able to feed themselves, so I think the adults are ignoring them. The finches are doing their normal and flitting around, not standing still long enough for David to work out what they are. But hey, you'll get them. There's more chance of catching them than I do. The new fridge seems to be working well. We put the vents on yesterday because obviously the fridge that's replaced the old one is about half the size. So the wind yesterday was just howling through the vents and making both the doors rattle. So I said to David, you're going to have to put the vents on. So he did. The big test will be in the shorter days when we find out, you know, can we keep it running all the time? I mean, it's been running all the time at the house, but the door isn't constantly being opened and closed and opened and closed, so the test is this week because we have done it over a weekend, so you know that worked. The food's in the freezer part, it's still frozen and it seems to be doing grand. It's nice having a fridge that actually works and isn't going to give us food poisoning, I hope, because the old one I've already had to throw out 2 portions of meat, one after I cooked it, because I didn't think it was off when I was cooking it, but when I tasted it, it was off. It went in the bucket and I had to cook something else. It does make you wonder why people live up here. It's so desolate. Bring you down a bit. Yeah, maybe that's a bit better. Like I said, sorry, I can't really see the screen. One, it's too small, and it is kind of bright out here. Not that I'm complaining. You're also facing into the sun, sorry. So, yeah. The UFO in the sky, that big yellow thing. That we haven't seen that often this year. Well, certainly not this summer. But I say it every year. The kids are on holiday, it rains, and as soon as it goes, they go back to school, we get an Indian summer. Oopsie. I know we're not planning on moving from here until later on this afternoon, and hopefully we'll get into where we're planning to go. But technically we're off plan already because we didn't stop at Camster, Cairns, but Camster Forest is just, it's less than a mile away, so I think we'll take that as we're still on schedule. Yeah. Until Lindsay changes her mind. We were going through Helmsdale yesterday, the Highland Games were on, and we looked down at the harbour where their motorhomes are allowed to park, and oh my giddy aunt, it was ridiculous. They were parked one behind another one, and I just thought, this is ridiculous. But I don't know if it was because the games were on and people doing the NC500 thought, oh, we can include a Highland Games on our trip. If you've never seen one before, then obviously you're in for a lot of entertainment. So Helmsdale was exceptionally busy. Golspie seems to have a motorhome and caravan site based next to where he used to have a very large outlet shop. Oh, it's been gone for years, but it was lovely because it had all sorts of very nice things in it, but it's gone. It's been gone for a long time. And I thought maybe it was an air, but not at 22 quid a night. £22 a night for non-electric and 27 with electric. Oh, hello dear. Hopefully you caught that. Sorry. Oh dear, oh dear. Oh, sorry, pun. Oh well, first wildlife of the day, apart from the dragonfly. I do hope we caught that. That's up to David to get. So, Lindsay upsetting the wildlife again.
Thank you for watching Desmonds Donders. And remember, please take nothing but memories and leave nothing but tracks. subscribe and ring the bell for notifications, and hopefully we'll see you next time.